morning to you, sir.
Morning to you too, Father.
I see you use little time to finish up here. Apologies, but the gravedigger called with a cold. Probably from this rain the night before.
I can see that. Please give him my best.
God bless you. I promise to treat you once the rain lets up.
You know, the store just got a box of ton of coffee in.
I never took you as a type to enjoy the tropics.
That's what the good coffee is. I can't say where it came from.
Of course. I'll make sure to get you a box.
Thank you, Father.
You're a good man doing good work. God bless you.
Thank you again, Father. Happy at this hour. We should have gone to the church by now. Maybe he forgot something.
Oh, hi. Sorry to interrupt you. I was just out and about and when the rain started to kick up, and I came across your house here.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if it's okay, I was just hoping I could wait on your porch to wait out the rain.
Take off your coat, take off your shoes. I just cleaned.
But, sir, excuse me, I just wanted to wait on your porch. I don't mean to intrude in your house.
The rain's gonna blow in if you have the door open, so just take off your jacket, take off your shoes, come on in.
Okay, well, thank you, kind sir, and I promise to repay it back to you somehow. Well, I guess I'll just sit down.
Go ahead. Oh, would you like some coffee?
I don't drink caffeine. Well, I must say you have a lovely little house.
Thank you. I try to keep it clean.
Well, it seems like you do a great job at it. Do you mind if I turn on the TV?
Go ahead.
Sir, I feel like I must thank you again for letting me stay here. I truly am very grateful. It's so much more than what I wanted from you.
It's not a problem. Just relax.
Of course. Right. There sure are some storms out there. How long do you think it'll go on?
Seems a while. Been a long time since we had storms like this.
Interesting. You know, if you don't mind me asking, what exactly do you do? You live in the backyard of a graveyard.
I'm the gravekeeper. I keep an eye on the graves and make sure nothing strange is happening out there and help out at the church when they need it.
Well, that explains the dirty shovel I saw outside. So, does that mean you also dig the graves?
When we're busy.
Let's see, well, that must be quite a job then, digging graves, I mean, seeing dead bodies, it gives me the creeps.
They're usually in the caskets. We don't see the dead people very often. It's really rare, actually.
Yeah. It doesn't sound so bad. I guess the job sounds a lot worse than it really is.
You could think that.
So does that mean that living here is part of the job?
It is.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of great. I mean, get a house with everything you need. Sounds fantastic. But I don't think my family could live comfortably here. It seems more like a 1 or 2 person house. So is the house provided by the church or the county? I mean, I've always known the church to be quite giving and charitable.
They are. I've worked here for 15 years.
You know, I can say something similar. I used to go to Sunday school here. The nuns used to give us candies after the lessons. It was a good time.
Sounds great.
It was fun. On top of that, it's where I met my wife. You see, she was one of the orphans here, and she was one of the students who would also be in the classes. When I first met her, she really didn't like showing up to the classes. See, she was kind of resentful for not having any parents, and frankly, she just wanted to be left alone.
I guess you helped her out?
In a way, I guess, yeah. I just began talking to her, and one day we became friends. See, we would end up playing with or seeing each other pretty much every day. We eventually grew pretty close together, and we were always just kind of with each other. And then eventually we ended up going to college. Together, of course. And then moved to Philadelphia and started making careers for ourselves. Oh, I'm in marketing and she's in project planning.
Never would have guessed.
That's a good one, fine. I know. People say I talk a lot. So it's kind of the perfect job for me. But yeah, everything was great. Actually, when it seemed like everything was perfect, we found out she was pregnant. Before you know it, we'd made a family for ourselves.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But we had our son about 7 years ago, and then our next one about 5 years ago, and that's that. We live in a studio apartment in West Philadelphia.
Sounds fantastic.
It really is. I couldn't be more grateful for what I have. I really love him. But what about you? Do you have any kids or loved ones?
I have a son. He's about 30 now.
Oh. Well, that's nice to hear. What's he like?
He's a good guy. He lives in New York City with his fiancée. He's a chef.
Oh. Well, that's cool. He must be an awesome chef if he works in the Big Apple. What kind of food does he make? Italian? Pizza?
Asian, I think. He works at a big restaurant.
I never would have guessed that. What made him want to do that?
He likes the taste of it.
Well, I guess that makes sense. Well, what about his wife? What's she like?
She seemed nice the one time I met her.
The one time?
He's a busy guy. He doesn't get down here very often.
Well, I guess... Okay, I guess he's probably busy. Being a chef probably sounds like a lot of work. Sorry to hear that, but what about your wife? Unless she's not around anymore.
I never had a wife.
I don't think I follow what no wife. How do you have a son but no wife?
Because his mother and I didn't get married.
But why wouldn't you? You two had a child together.
It was a long time ago. I met her at a bar. We talked a bit, drank too much. Weren't careful. A few weeks later, she told me she was pregnant. Don't give me that look. We talked about what would be best for me, what would be best for her, what would be best for the kid, and she took full custody, and I helped out whenever it was needed.
But how could you give up being a father like that?
I didn't want a family.
How could you not want your own family?
Because I didn't want a family. I didn't want that kind of life.
So where is she? Do you even know how she's doing? When was the last time you saw her?
She lives here in town. She retired from her job a while ago. Does a lot of charity work. I run into her once or twice a week about.
Isn't that awkward or uncomfortable without some formality?
We're still friends.
after everything that happened to you?
Don't worry. It was the best outcome for all of us.
Are you sure?
Very sure.
Okay then. I'm sorry, I just never thought a situation like that could work out.
Neither did I.
Yeah, I guess since I have my family, I couldn't imagine doing what you did. No offense.
I wouldn't expect anyone to.
Well, I guess if everyone's happy, then there's no reason to be wary, right?
Right.
And it sounds like you've got some great people in your life.
Yeah, I guess I do.
Oh, and thank you for sharing that with me. It sounds very personal.
You asked, I answered.
It looks like the storm is finally letting up.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Yeah, I should be out of your hair soon. Again, thank you so much for letting me stay here.
You're welcome. It's been good talking to you.
It's been good talking with you too. Made passing the time fun.
I have a question for you.
Oh, sure. What's the question?
Why are you out in this storm?
I was visiting my father's grave. He passed away not too long ago.
My condolences. But why in the storm?
I didn't have another time to go. I was visiting my mother yesterday and I had to get back home today. You see, I made plans with my family for lunch and we were gonna...
Why aren't you on your way then?
The storm. The storm began to pick up and I knew the roads would be tough to drive on, so I figured I'd seek shelter and your house was nearby.
Why not at the church?
Your house was just closer, okay? I didn't want to be out in the storm. You see it out there. It's crazy.
What's your name?
My name is Richard Wells.
Are you a ghost?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I put this on you. I'm sorry I couldn't tell you. You saw the grave, you would have known. Look, I'll leave. Just forget about all this. I'm sorry. I'll just go.
Wait, don't go. Can you tell me how it happened?
Why do you want to know?
It seems like you need somebody to talk to.
Last week, I was walking home from work, and I was jumped by someone and taken into an alley. I tried to fight, but I think he had a knife. I just remember falling as he ran away. I felt cold and hazy, and I tried calling for help, but no one came. And then I felt empty. And I still do. I was able to stand up. So I just walked away, and I didn't know where to until last night. It was at the church. I was really relieved to see it, but then I was scared, and I didn't know why until I walked around the graveyard, and I was walking toward my grave. I'm leaving my family. I'm leaving. I don't want to leave them, but I don't want my wife to be sad anymore. I don't want my kids to grow up without me. I'm not ready to die yet. I'm not ready.
Look at this.
Who are these people? No, don't show this to me. I don't want to see this.
Wait. They're here for you, even in the storm.
Why wouldn't they wait for the storm to let up?
Because they loved you, and they wanted to show you that they loved you.
How do you know that?
I've seen a lot of funerals here. I know about the people that are buried in the yard. And one thing I can tell you is, if it's a small funeral, then they were either not loved or he was lonely. If it's packed, they did something right. Look at all these people that are here for you.
They showed up for me.
Yeah, they did. I'm sorry that you didn't live longer. It's unfair that this happened to you, but you lived a good life and you influenced others to live good lives. That's more than a lot of people can say, including me.
Thank you. But sir, I came to your doorstep to ask to stand on your porch, and you invited me in instead. You listened to me talk, and now you're helping me in a way I didn't think could be possible. You're a great man, and don't let you or anybody else tell you otherwise, okay?
I promise. I thank you. I appreciate that you're here.
And I'm glad I met you. Well, looks like the rain's letting up.
Yeah, it's starting to look good out there.
I guess it's time for me to leave. Well, again, thank you very much. I'll always appreciate your kindness.
The same to you, sir. Thank you.
Wait a minute. I never got your name. Funny. After all that, we didn't actually introduce ourselves.
You know, you're right. That is funny.
So what's your name?
Frank. Frank Robinson.
Goodbye, Frank.
Goodbye, Richard.